Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your NWS Head of Talent Relations, Michael Cole. And today, I'm going to give you tonight's Revolution Impact review. Tonight's show was once again hailing from the Wintrust Arena in Chicago, Illinois. And the commentators for the show were Joe Gowley and Dan Abbott, and I was the special guest commentator. And then I went into the ring and I welcomed the fans to the Wintrust Arena in Chicago, Illinois, and broke down the match card. And then I thank the fans for coming as I joined Joe Gowley and Dan Abbott for commentary. The first match on the show was the #1 contenders match for Cody Mercer's NWS World Heavyweight Championship. And the opponents in the battle royal were John Cena. One was Tony Jr. II. One was Devin the Demon. One half of the NWS Tag Team Champions. The other one was Legion. The other half of the NWS Tag Team Champions. Lion King X and JJ, Zed and Santos, those Credence Xavier Reed, the Bloka, Kenny Omega, Hangman Adam Page, Bryan Danielson, and John Moxley as this battle royal got underway. Our opponents beat the holy hell out of each other as Lion King X and JJ, who were accompanied by Don Callis, were quickly eliminated by John Moxley and Bryan Danielson. And then Credence Xavier Reed the Broker eliminated and then Kenny Omega started attacking all the opponents, tried his best to eliminate everybody. It even hit everybody with the V trigger, and then dropped him off the one-winged angel, and was about to eliminate John Cena, but then Credence Xavier Reed out of nowhere dropped Kenny Omega off the Credence dive, and then the Broker dropped Kenny Omega off the No Laughing Matter, and the Broker ended up eliminating Kenny Omega. And then Tony Jr. II started beating the holy hell out of John Cena. And he even delivered a devastating chokeslam to John Cena, and Tony Jr. II chokeslammed everybody. And when he was about to eliminate him out, but then Credence Xavier Reed delivered a Credence dive to Tony Jr. II, and it was about to eliminate him, but was stopped but somehow, someway, Tony Jr. II did not let that happen. And then out of nowhere, John Cena delivers an attitude adjustment to Tony Jr. II, and then is about to eliminate him, but it's stopped by John Moxley and Bryan Danielson, who dropped John Cena with the finishers, and they were about to eliminate John Cena. But then Paul Heyman distracted Bryan Danielson and John Moxley, allowing John Cena to take advantage and eliminate John Moxley and Bryan Danielson. And then Zed and Santos lasted in the ring for a long, long time. And it was down to Zed and Santos and Credence Xavier the Bloker. And oh boy, those men looked very strong in the ring. And the Bloker was about to eliminate Zed and Santos, but it was not. But it could not. And then out of nowhere, Credence Xavier Reed was about to eliminate the Bloker, but somehow, someway, the Bloker stopped Credence Xavier Reed from eliminating him and ended up eliminating Credence Xavier Reed. And then it was, and then Hangman Adam Page was eliminated by the Bloker, Zed and Santos, and then it was down to Zed and Santos and John Cena and the Bloker and Zed and then Zed and Santos eliminated the Bloker. out the eliminations, it was Dom to the free. Zed and Santos and John Cena, and Zed and Santos then since it was every man for himself, Zed and Santos wrestled back and forth with wrestling move after wrestling move and submission after submission, and Zed and Santos tried the very best to eliminate John Cena, but John Cena then low blowed them, and then Zed and Santos started fighting, and then Zed ended up eliminating Santos as it was every man for himself. And then Zed came very close to eliminating John Cena. But then Paul Heyman then maced Zed in the eyes, allowing John Cena to drop Zed for attitude adjustment and eliminate him from the ring, becoming a winner and a new #1 contender for Cody Mercer's NWS World Heavyweight Championship, John Cena, via eliminating his opponent. And at Revolution Rumble, it will be John Cena versus Cody Mercer for the NWS World Heavyweight Championship. John Cena then got on the mic and cut a promo saying he came here, had to kick ass and take names. He came in the end. He made his triumphant return to the NWS Revolution to become the franchise, and he's gonna do what he's been wanting to do for a long time, and is defeat Cody Mercer at Revolution 1 for the NWS World Heavyweight Championship. John Cena then said he will see Cody Mercer later in the ring for a personal, welcoming committee visit. What does that mean? As Joe Gotti and Dan Lambert said in the commentary, what does John and I said, what does John Cena have up his sleeve? And then the next match was American Mercenaries member Tony Jr. II taking on WWE's and Bloodline member Solo Sikoa. This was a good back and forth match as Solo Sikoa and Tony Jr. II was a back and forth. Tony Jr. II was beating the holy hell out of Tony Jr. II was beating the holy hell out of Solo Sikoa. Paul Heyman and interfered in the match, tried to interfere in the match, but was chased, but was back, but then Tony Jr. II scared him off, and then Solo Sikoa ended up waking Tony Jr. II in the eyes and was dominating him, and gave him a couple of scoop slams and body slams. And then Solo Sikoa delivered a flying elbow to Tony Jr. II. Went to pin him, but Tony Jr. II kicked out at one. And then Solo Sikoa that ended up hitting a top rope smash, and Sabate kicked to Tony Jr. II. Went to pin him, but Tony Jr. II kicked out at 2.5, and then out of nowhere, Tony Jr. II headbutted Solo Sikoa, body slammed him, gave him a suicide dive, and then delivered a devastating choke slam in the middle of the ring, and pinned Solo Sikoa 1, 2, 3. Winner of the match, Tony Jr. II via pinfall choke slam, as this match lasted 10 minutes. And then they showed highlights of the NWS Revolution WarGames pay-per-view. And of course, 45th President Donald Trump took Scotty Badbones and the crew on a tour of Chicago, Illinois. And it was shown Buckingham and a hotel in Chicago, Illinois. So then Donald Trump was shown, and Scotty Badmans and Cody Mercer who was shown arriving at Chicago. And Donald Trump booked them at the Hyatt place in Chicago, and paid for everybody's reservations and took them out to breakfast and lunch. And then we get back to the ring, and as out comes the NWS Avengers, just to tremendous boos from the crowd. The 46th President of the United States, Joe Biden, 49th Vice President Kamala Harris, Michael Rapaport, the Bloodline, which consists of Roman Reigns, Jimmy and Jay Uso, Solo Sikoa, and Sami Zayn, and also Don Callis Paul Heyman and Chucky the Killer Doll were in the ring as Joe Biden said how he was embarrassed and humiliated at NWS Revolution WarGames. He said that the Elite Regions of Darkness set up Sons of Chaos got lucky. Joe Biden says that NWS World Heavyweight Championship General Manager Cody Mercer got lucky. NWS Revolution Owner Chairman CEO Scott Gale, also known as Scotty Badmans, got lucky. Yeah. Biden was saying that they got the worst beating of their life, and they bled profusely. See, and then Joe Biden said how people are saying that it's a downfall of the NWS Avengers. Joe Biden says, "Oh hell no, it's not the downfall of the NWS Avengers. If you think it's the downfall of the NWS Avengers, you got another thing coming." As Joe Biden says, Kamala Harris gets on the mic and says, "Who the hell does Scotty Badmans and Cody Mercer, the Elite Regions of Darkness and Sons of Chaos, think they are, saying it's the downfall of the NWS Avengers?" It may have been a downfall this past Sunday at Revolution WarGames, but we will always find a way to come back and get our revenge. And we will get our revenge, as Kamala Harris says. Michael Rapaport then went off and told the Chicago crowd to shut the hell up. Michael Rapaport says nobody, and he means nobody, embarrasses Michael Rapaport like that. Michael Rapaport says how he's a true New Yorker, a full-blood Democrat, and he's going to do everything in his power to find some way, and somehow they're not going to see it coming. Michael Rapaport guarantees he will get revenge on the Elite Regions of Darkness and Sons of Chaos for what they did to him and the NWS Avengers. Michael Rapaport then says tonight he will take his anger out on Sir Robert Knight II. Michael Rapaport says he will beat Sir Robert Knight II with an inch of his life, and he will show what happens when the NWS Avengers take a loss. And then Don Callis says he still is the invisible hand. He still has a lot of tricks up his sleeve. He can't believe the beating and embarrassment he suffered at the hands of Scotty Badmans and Cody Mercer in the NWS Revolution WarGames list. Don Callis said he can't believe how bad he was busted open in the NWS Revolution WarGames match. Don Callis said he bled profusely. There was even parts of the match where he didn't know where he was at. He felt dizziness. There were a couple of times where he felt like he was gonna pass out. He said he took beating after beating and move after move and submission after submission. But if he thinks it's the end of the war between him and the NWS Elite Regions of Darkness and Sons of Chaos, then they got another thing coming. But what? And Don Callis says, let's just say they will have the last laugh soon. Paul Heyman gets on the mic and says he cannot believe what happened to him and the NWS Avengers at Revolution WarGames. Paul Heyman was saying that Cody Mercer beat the holy hell out of him. Cody Mercer showed up no mercy. Paul Heyman had said Cody Mercer busted him open and peeled the post. Cody Mercer, Paul Heyman started crying, whining, saying how Cody Mercer almost paralyzed him from the way he stomped. Heyman says Cody Mercer almost broke his neck and every bone in his body by putting him through table after table, hitting him with the Mercer stunner, tombstone power jab, and Mercer foot. And he said that Psycho Mercer had the audacity to hit him for Psycho Stunner, Psycho Bomb, and Psycho Buster. Paul Heyman then went off and saying that Scotty Badbones hit him with move after move, finish up the frog smash and the RKO. Paul Heyman then said he is a legend. He is Mr. Extreme. He is Mr. ECW. He did not deserve the beating that he got the hands of the Elite Regions of Darkness. And Paul Heyman says payback's a bitch because his feud with the Mercers and Scotty Badbones is far from over. And he will get his revenge as well. And he will take his revenge to the extreme. And then Chucky the Killer Doll explained why he wasn't in the match at Revolution WarGames. Chucky the Killer Doll said he had put other matters to attend to because he was spending Christmas with his family, and he apologized to the NWS Avengers for not being able to compete in the match, and the NWS Avengers quickly forgave him. And then Joe Biden got on the mic and says, now we are here to introduce the newest member of the NWS Avengers, and he is the 16th time World Heavyweight Champion, and his name is John Cena. John Cena that came out to tremendous boos from the Chicago crowd. John Cena says thank you for welcoming him to the NWS Avengers. John Cena said yes, he wasn't, as he said last Friday, he was indeed the one that was Joe Biden's personal drug supplier. John Cena said why he did it because his name is John Cena and he can do what he wants. John Cena also says, as he said earlier, he at a Revolution Rumble at the Madison Square Garden, New York City on January 29th, 2023, he will be the new World Heavyweight Champion, and he's gonna be the franchise player in the NWS Revolution and the NWS Avengers. John Cena says he is sick and tired of people overlooking him. John Cena says he loves to piss off the fans, and he's going to continue to piss them off even more as long as, and bury NWS Revolution Superstars as long as he's in the NWS Revolution. He says he has the NWS Avengers back, and they have his back, and he and the NWS Avengers will cause more chaos. John Cena said how humiliated him the NWS Avengers were arriving to the arena because they had to be searched by NWS security guards to see if they had drugs. Wow, John Cena says he didn't have any drugs with him tonight, courtesy of Scotty Badbone's new rule: no drugs allowed in the NWS Avengers. And John Cena says he does not want to lose his job in the NWS Revolution, so he will agree to the rules that Scotty Badbones and General Manager Cody Mercer have made for him. But sooner or later, there's going to be a time where John Cena says he will not follow the rules. And there's not a damn thing Scotty Badbones and Cody Mercer can do about it, as John Cena says. And then John Cena that shook hands with and embraced every member of the NWS Avengers, as Joe Biden said, welcome to the family. And then Johnny Da Vinci came on and says he is sick and tired of listening to the NWS Avengers. He is sick and tired of listening to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. And he's sick and tired of John Cena running his mouth. And then Cody Mercer appears on the Titantron, interrupting the NWS Avengers promo, saying, NWS Avengers, this war is far from over. I will do everything in my power to end you freaks once and for all. And John Cena, if you think for 1 second you're gonna stop burying Youngstown, you're dead wrong. I will make sure I put an end to your career once and for all. And in the future, you're going to wish you did not piss everyone off. You want a war? You're going to get one. And the war will stop tonight. And see you after the main event. And John Cena says if he may steal a line from Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, just bring it, bitch. As the NWS Avengers promo ends. And then John Vinci says, John Cena, you're not going anywhere. You need for my United States title right here, right now. Tell these other jackasses to leave. So then the NWS Avengers head to the back, except for and then the NWS Avengers then head to the back. Except for Joe Biden decides to stay at ringside and be in John Cena's corner. Cody Mercer and Scotty Bad Bones appeared on the Titan. And Scotty Bad Bones, Cody Mercer says, Joe Biden, if you interfere in this match, you will be suspended indefinitely. So you can be at ringside, but no interfering in the match. And that's that. And Joe Biden agrees not to interfere in the match. So now it's down to Johnny Da Vinci and John Cena, as John Da Vinci wastes no time beating the holy hell out of John Cena as he chops him in the chest. And he body slams him in the middle of the ring. He then gives John Cena several punches until John Cena wakes Johnny Da Vinci in the eyes. John Cena then punches Johnny Da Vinci and slaps him around, gives him a faraway slam. John Cena then hits Johnny Da Vinci for a springboard stunner, a tornado DDT, running-handed bulldog, throwback, lightning fist, protobomb, five-knuckle shuffle, locks him the STF, but Johnny Da Vinci refuses to submit. John Cena then drops Johnny Da Vinci with the attitude adjustment, goes to pin him, but somehow, someway, Johnny Da Vinci gets his shoulder up and gets his momentum back as John Da Vinci scoop slams John Cena, delivers a Frankenstein and a powerbomb and a power slam, and slams John Cena's head on all four turnbuckles and gives him Ric Flair knife and chops to the chest. And then John Da Vinci then decides to low blow John Cena and give him a spinning heel kick and a big boot. And then Johnny Da Vinci chokes John Cena with the wing ropes, shoves his face into the canvas. John Cena attempts another attitude adjustment, but Johnny Da Vinci blocks it and delivers the death sentence to John Cena, pins him 1, 2, 3, and still NWS United States Champion Johnny Da Vinci via pinfall with death sentence as his match lasted 16 minutes. And then Scotty Bad Bones and Donald Trump and Cody Mercer then Donald Trump was shown arriving to the arena as he was giving free pizza to the NWS Revolution fans in attendance, as well as me, Michael Cole, Joe Garden, Dan Levin, and Donald Trump was even giving free pizza to Scotty Bad Bones and Cody Mercer backstage. Donald Trump then cut a promo saying he's sick and tired of Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and John Cena running the mouth, and he knows that the elite research doctors are going to shut them up once and for all. And then Cody Mercer appears on the Titan once again, telling the NWS Revolution fans Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and not to worry about me. Me and Scotty Bad Bones will do everything in our power to put an end to the NWS Avengers for good. I guarantee you that next year in 2023 will be a better year for everyone, and 2023 will be the year of Johnny Da Vinci's year. That's all I got to say. Enjoy the rest of the show. This is your general manager, also known as World Heavyweight Champion, signing up, and see you fans later in the main event. I gotta say, that was a good promo from Psycho Mercer, and there was I do apologize. Some technical difficulties there. My apologies. But as I was saying, it was done to Sir Robert Knight II and Michael Rapaport as they traded blows. But so with move after move, submission after submission, Michael Rapaport attempted another skull crushing finale, but Sir Robert Knight blinded and delivered a cold breaker to Michael Rapaport and pinned him 1-2-3. Winner of the match, Sir Robert Knight II via pinfall with Coldbreaker as this match lasted 13 minutes and 14 seconds. Kent. And from what I just been told, great, it was the NWS Avengers. Damn it. They try to cut me, Michael Cole, off. They interrupted to my Revolution Impact reveal, John Cena and Joe Biden. You think you're funny? You know what? Just who the hell do you think you are? I'm Michael Cole. I'm trying to do a reveal here. And the last thing I need is you trying to cut me off. Don't do it again, John Cena and Joe Biden, or there'll be serious consequences. Now, it was the co-main event. Match number 5, Psycho Mercer being accompanied by Triple H defending his Universal Championship against Chris Jericho. The co-main event was underway as Chris Jericho and Psycho Mercer wrestled back and forth. Chris Jericho and Psycho Mercer trade blows. Psycho Mercer delivers bench presses to Chris Jericho, slams his head and out for turnbuckles, but then Chris Jericho then fights Psycho Mercer up. Chris Jericho delivers a diving missile drop kick to Psycho Mercer and a diving elbow smash. A triangle drop kick juice effect locks him the line stop in the walls of Jericho, but Psycho Mercer refuses to submit. He hits him with the cold breaker, goes to pin him, but somehow, someway, Psycho Mercer kicks out at 2.5 and then body slams Chris Jericho and delivers him an enziguri and a hurricane rana and a DDT, then a double arm DDT, and then a baseball slide and a Mission Oka driver to Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho attempts another cold breaker, but Psycho Mercer blocks and Psycho stunners Chris Jericho and then delivers a Psycho bomb and continues to beat and then is about to lock him in a Psycho Buster, but out of nowhere, where Chris Jericho locks Psycho Buster the walls of Jericho, but Psycho Buster refuses to submit, and then Psycho Buster locks Chris Jericho in the coquina clutch. But Chris Jericho refuses to submit as this match continued to go 14 more minutes of submission after submission and wrestling move after wrestling move. And then Chris Jericho is about to attempt another cold breaker, but Psycho Buster blocks it and hits and hits and drops Chris Jericho with another Psycho Starter and a Psycho Bomb and finishes him off with the Psycho Buster and retains the NWS Universal Championship. Winner of the match and still NWS Universal Champion Psycho Buster via pinfall with Psycho Starter, Psycho Bomb, and Psycho Buster. Okay. And then it's the main event. But before we get to the main event, Michael Cole, get an interview with NWS Revolution Owner Chairman and CEO Scott Casey Gale and General Manager World Heavyweight Champion Cody Mercer. I asked, why did you guys decide to team up tonight as tag team partners? Cody Mercer says he has the utmost respect for Scott Casey Gale. He's teamed up before him, and he would love to team up with him again because he knows how bad Scott Casey Gale has an issue with Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn in the NWS Avengers. Scotty Bad Bones said he felt like team up with Cody Mercer because Cody Mercer has had his back before, and tonight he will have Cody Mercer's back and he will show exactly the NWS Avengers what happens when you piss them up. So it's the main event, and out come Roman Reigns, Bloodline was Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn being accompanied by Paul Heyman and Scotty Bad Bones, and Cody Mercer come up to huge cheers from the Chicago crowd as this match got underway. Scotty Bad Bones and Cody Mercer waste no time beating the holy hell out of Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn. They deliver a double powerbomb to Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn then wakes Scotty Bad Bones and Cody Mercer in the eye, guys, and low blows them. And then Sami Zayn then pounds away on Cody Mercer and Scotty Bad Bones and delivers a corner exploder suplex, suicide dive into a tornado DDT, Koji clutch, blue thunder bomb, hard of a kick, but it's not enough to keep Scotty Bad Bones and Cody Mercer down because they just keep gaining their momentum back. Roman Reigns gets it, then tries his best to take down Scotty Bad Bones and Cody Mercer as he delivers a suicide dive, one arm sit up powerbomb. Samoan drop by guillotine Superman punch spear, but it's not enough as Scotty Bad Bones and Cody Mercer kick out. Scotty Bad Bones and Cody Mercer then lock Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn in the sharpshooter. And they refuse to submit and reach the ropes. And then Cody Mercer then gives several punches to both Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn. Out of nowhere, Cody Mercer stunners Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn. Then delivers and picks the both of them up and delivers a tombstone power driver off the top rope. And Mercer delivers a Mercer footprint to both Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn. Scotty Bad Bones delivers a frog splash and RKOs to both of them. And Cody Mercer and Scotty Bad Bones decide to deliver a double powerbomb to both Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn in the middle ring. And Mercer delivers another Mercer footprint to both Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns. As Scotty Bad Bones delivers the frog splash and RKO. And Cody Mercer and Scotty Bad Bones pin Roman Reigns 1, 2, 3 and win the match. And still NWS World Heavyweight Champion Cody Mercer and Scotty Bad Bones via pinfall with frog splash, RKO, Mercer stunner, tombstone pile driver, and Mercer footprints. But as this match lasted 25 minutes and 46 seconds, as Scotty Bad Bones and Cody Mercer are celebrating over the victory in the ring, out comes John Cena out of nowhere, and he attacks Scotty Bad Bones and attacks Cody Mercer. John Cena then delivers the attitude adjustment to Scotty Bad Bones and delivers an attitude adjustment to Cody Mercer. So, as the fans are booing John Cena is just smirking. Fans are throwing garbage in the ring at John Cena, and the show, and as the show was about to go up the air, but there was more before the show went up the air. The lights go out and the lights come back on, and 3 masked men were shown standing behind John Cena, the NWS Avengers Dark Carnival, and they turned around and they get attacked by the masked man with weapons. The masked man hits every NWS Avengers and Dark Carnival, including the drug supplier John Cena, and they hit him with their finishers. They help the Elite Reach the Doctors, Sons of Chaos, and American Mercenaries up, and all 3 stables attack the NWS Avengers and Dark Carnival. A pissed off Cody Mercer, bursting in rage, attacks and jumps on John Cena, hitting him with Lufes press, and decides to hit John Cena with his own finisher, the attitude adjustment, falling a Mercer stun, and finally hits John Cena with a tombstone pile driver right through the broadcast table, causing John Cena's head to bleed. The medical staff takes John Cena away from the ring. However, an angry, pissed off Cody Mercer continues to attack John Cena, and rightfully so. From the stretcher, Triple H NWS head of creative Triple H comes to ringside and grabs Cody Mercer and pulls him away from the stretcher to John Cena was laying. I'm telling him, Mercer, to calm down. The damage was already done. Triple H tells Cody Mercer, enough. You did what you had to do. Go back in the office and calm yourself down, Cody Mercer. Listening to Triple H. And Cody Mercer, listening to Triple H, heads backstage to recuperate. The boss still continues in the ring. Joe Biden was about to hit Scotty Badbones with the BKO, but the masked man stops Joe Biden and gives the finisher the playmaker drive by kicking following the other masked man, gives Joe Biden the rock bottom, and finally the Elite Reach of Doctors and Sons of Chaos and American Mercenaries get the tables from ringside, set it on fire with thumbtacks, and put every member of the NWS Avengers Dark Carnival except Joe Biden and Kamala Harris through the flaming tables. The fans shouted, holy shit, and the 2 masked men unmasked themselves. And it shows the WWE Hall of Famer, the Rock, and the WWE Superstar MVP, also known as Montavious Porter. The fans cheered for the Elite Reach of Darkness, the Sons of Chaos, and the American Mercenaries. A camera footage shows Cody Mercer in an angry state, and Triple H is trying to calm him down. What will Cody Mercer say in this promo? Will Cody Mercer get revenge on John Cena for what he did in Impact? We are out of time. I'm good at everybody, as Joe Gotti says. Dan Lambert says, see you next week for the first Revolution Impact of 2023. And I'm Michael Cole. Thank the fans for coming as the show ends. I'm Michael Cole with NWS Revolution, the final Revolution Impact of 2022. 5 stars, 2 thumbs up, way up, a solid 10 out of 10, and an 8+. Thank you for watching. And next week, Joe Gotti and Dan Lambert will do the first Revolution Impact reveal 2023. Good at everybody. Michael Cole is signing off. Thank you for watching. Michael Cole out.